Hello, and welcome to episode 4 of our Create Superflat Survival Modpack playthrough. I hope today's going swell and well for you so far. As for me, well, it's flying, it's high, it's I don't know. Without further ado, let's dive into another episode. So yes, we're back with a brand new episode, and quite a bit has happened in between episodes. Mostly this machine, which has allowed a few domino-like effects to also occur. So this machine is an auto money printing bad boy. It's free. I don't have to touch it. I can just leave it alone for a very long time. Let's see. 32 times 2000 is, I don't know, whatever 32 times 2000 is. A very large number. So basically the only limiting factor in this is the storage amount within this oak drawer, which we can't change because in order to void it out, we would need a void upgrade, which requires obsidian. Of course, obsidian requires a diamond pickaxe to mine, regardless of, being able to obtain it. So we're just gonna have to wait. I'm pretty sure you can make obsidian through a couple other methods, but we don't have access to those methods as of yet. So it's like, yeah, we still come back to needing a diamond pickaxe, which is fine because emeralds, on the other hand, can be bought from the shop. And that means that we can make this storage upgrade that increases it by 32 by simply spending $2,000. That's pretty expensive, but as you'll see from the machine, we make quite a lot of money. So yeah, here's emeralds. And here is how much we've made just in the past little bit, which is almost $6,000. Let's go ahead and take out the 5 and we'll add that in because we are, that puts us damn near to 10,000. So yeah, this has been going on for quite some time. That's not the only bit of cobblestone that I've gotten from it. I actually had this drawer full up as well, so I had to actually swap them out. Because, yeah, I was getting overfilled, and then I was finally like, oh, let me look at the storage upgrades, and lo and behold, that was the best solution. So, let's dive into how exactly this all works. Just hop up on over. Oh, my goodness. Hopefully we don't get flung off of here by one of our own conveyor belts, but we'll see. So first things first, we have several water wheels, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to be exact. I think I just took every water wheel that we had previously and threw it into this machine. Coming out from the water wheels, obviously we're speeding up the spin a bit, and then it turns into just sheer absolute gear chaos. I guess I could have called it gear chaos instead of sheer chaos. Anyways. Because the need to, well, I didn't need to, the want to set this all up coming off of the same rotational energy basically drove me to do some really weird setups here. So let's see if I can follow this. So right here we have the initial rotation coming out. This is the one that actually spins everything. Ignore the fact that this is going through the conveyor belt. Ignore the fact that the conveyor belt little gearbox seems kind of like it might be spinning off something in here. It's not. It's spinning from here. So this is the main source of power. Sorry. It's still early in the morning, so my mouth is like, yeah, I'm not gonna work yet, dude. You're gonna have to give me some time to wake up. So spin, spin, spin. It's going to spin the conveyor belt, which spins the mechanical drill. Also, inside of the conveyor belt is a shaft that runs all the way through to the next set of conveyor belts, which is double set up underneath our cobblestone generator. The way the cobblestone generator works is a source of lava up top that then splits off into 2 paths. Back in the back here, we have water. Or actually, I think it's actually right here. And that water, of course, makes cobblestone. The lava is up top, so that way if we had water up top and lava down below, eventually the water would reach the lava. However, if we do it this way, there's no chance that the water ever puts out the lava or turns it into obsidian, right? So from there, we have cobblestone being formed here and over on this side. So our main problem was then how do we get the cobblestone to go, into the drills and all that. Well, thankfully, cobblestone, the mechanical drill here doesn't actually affect the conveyor belt there, so cobblestone's still able to come straight through it and pass on. Now, I wanted to get all the cobblestone in the same line because I don't want to have two production lines basically doing the exact same things. It just didn't make any sense to me. So we pull the cobblestone onto another belt. The andesite belt funnel feeds it into the drawer. Another funnel feeds it into the millstone. The hopper down here helps me to keep things condensed. So we have hopper going into the millstone, which then makes gravel, or which then makes flint from the gravel that's made from this one, and goes up to be sold. What I like to do every once in a while is also just grab the flint straight out, because it seems to make flint faster than what it can sell, which is fine, because then I just come down here and sell it for a little bit extra. And it doesn't do anything if it does back up, right? As you saw, it just sort of stays in the machine. But we can make a little bit extra money if we take it out and go sell it. So this thing has a speed of 2.5% progress per tick, and it's spinning at 128 RPM. So pretty good. It's not like the fastest you can make it as far as buying and selling stuff, but it's also not way at the bottom like it was before. It's about halfway top to bottom. Or front to back, however you want to describe that. So then we had to turn our rotational power, because obviously we need to power this conveyor belt, which goes perpendicular to the other two. We also needed to power this drill, which is obviously perpendicular to the other one. Now this is where it gets a little complicated, because again, I want to run all of this from the same power source, but I somehow need a way to power this drill on the opposite side of this conveyor, right? So we have it go into a gearbox. Now the gearboxes typically change the direction of the spin. The reason I need it to go into a gearbox is because I needed to turn it. And I'm sure there's probably a better system for all this setup, okay? I'm not... This is like me working in multiple sessions and over a long period of time. So obviously, sometimes I come back and I'm like, well, if it works, I don't really fucking care. So, gearbox into a gearbox, which then has a shaft right here, right? So this is the opposite side, gearbox, gearbox, shaft. That then spins this conveyor, which spins this conveyor, which spins this conveyor, and spins the drill. I definitely feel like there was a smarter, faster, easier way to do this. But, again, I wanted everything to be streamlined within the same belt system, able to go into the same drawer, able to be fed through the same thing. Now, it would actually make sense for me to make 2 sets of millstones, not just 2, but 4 total, and to have 2 mechanical exporters. And maybe later on we'll do that. We'll have everything run into, you know, a set of mechanical exporters. I think that would be pretty cool if we take all of the resources that we're able to generate in the base that can be sold and put them all on, like, I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 thing wide of just conveyor belts that's just shooting items into sellers. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, so this is what I came up with. That spins all that. That spins all that. Over here, obviously, the spinning cogwheels are what turn the millstone here. There's no sort of input, so we just have several cogwheels spinning the shit out of them. And then this bottom cogwheel is actually what's turning this gearbox. So it's taking the rotation, turning it on its side. This gearbox is, of course, rotating this belt upwards. It's also rotating this belt downwards, which is fine because this thing just requires spin. It doesn't say it has to spin to the left or to the right. It just says it requires spin. So that's getting spin. The belt's going up. And honestly, the hardest part about all this was the fact when I initially turned it on, the entire thing was going backwards. Now, if I were a smart man, mediocre, I'd like to say, if I was a really, really smart and like wise and able to use my intelligence in some way other than just sheer force of will, I would have taken all of the water and placed it on the other side of the wheels and everything would have worked. Because the entire machine, literally every single belt, every machine was running backwards. So why I didn't just swap the water over to change the initial spin, instead I changed the spin on every single input basically using a gearbox of some kind, Well, that's a bit unnecessary. So if you ever come to the problem where you're working with Create and you realize, hey, my whole damn thing's going backwards, take your water, put it on the other side of the water wheel. Now, if you're using a windmill, I can't help you, okay? I don't know how to set up the rotational force of that. I never do a windmill because it's like, well, a water mill is so much cheaper. I don't have to grow the hemp. I just need water and wood. It's easy. Anyways, yeah, just put the water on the other side. It rotates it the other way. So, little life lesson from a potentially large mistake. But the mistake pays me well. We're already back up to almost 2,000, which admittedly we were at like 800 or 900 before we left, probably 800. So 1,100 bucks in 12 minutes. Or, you know, I've been recording for 12 minutes, so realistically that's taken about the same amount of time. The other nice thing about being up here is, look at this. Our mobs are just always piled up while I'm working up here. I knew this would be a good idea to put it on the same level, and I haven't been disappointed. We have several chests full. All these backpacks, whenever they drop random items. So we do have some like saddles and some more name tags and just some really weird stuff, but it comes from the backpacks. So if you see something, just know like the music disc and the jukebox upgrades, those all come from the backpacks. It actually really tripped me out because I was sitting here and I was like, you know, my Minecraft music is all the way down, but my jukebox and note blocks wasn't. So I kept hearing music and I was like, what in the hell is going on? It's coming from my computer. I can clearly tell the music in Minecraft's turned off. And then I realized if I turned away from the mob spawner, whatever mob grinding area, the music would stop. As I turned back towards, it would get louder and louder and louder until finally, whenever I was facing the mob drop area, it was just like blaring music. Then whenever I killed the mobs, music was gone. And honestly, you would think after the first time of this happening that I would have realized what was happening, but I didn't. It took me like 3 instances of killing mobs with jukebox upgrades in their backpack, right? Just playing music. Because if you have a jukebox upgrade in your backpack, let me see if I can find one of these here. There you go. It will play a jukebox disc, a music disc. I'm not going to do that because I don't know which of them are copyrighted, non-copyrighted, yada, yada, yada. I just prefer to stay on the cleaner side of things, so we're not going to touch that. But yeah, that's all of that. We really do need to get one of these zombie villagers at some point, and really, honestly, sooner rather than later would have been a keen thing there, especially since I don't think we have easy villagers in this mod pack. I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure we don't. So yeah, villagers, everything village-esque will probably take some variable of time, but it is a good way to get resources that we may be able to sell right back into our shop. So, yeah. Oh, also, I had somebody comment / realize that I have access to console commands in this world, and just to be frank and honest, I do this in every world. Because I don't ever want to have a mishap or something happen within the mod pack, a bug, right? And then I'm like, well, now I can't continue, or I have to like figure out a way to, you know, have commands and yada yada yada. So like most mod packs, I go ahead and give myself commands, and at any point I can do this right here, which obviously means I can give myself any amount of items and yada yada yada. Now, most mod pack players will do this as well. Those of you that don't out there, you're a little insane because mod packs have bugs. And whenever you're a content creator making videos on mod packs and you get to recording for 45 minutes or an hour and then you realize that there's a bug with something, sometimes you don't want to be like, well, I guess we're just going to have to wait a day, 3 days, 5 days, however long it takes for the pack creator to update it in order for me to continue this one quest or this one part. So oftentimes content creators will play in console command. I was looking for some food. I don't know what happened. I had some baked potatoes, but maybe I ate them all. So yeah, a lot of content creators will play with console commands on, and me specifically, because I really don't care about like trying to do hardcore challenges or any of that. You know, I just play for fun. I'll use this same world for a lot of my my thumbnails, for a lot of my picture taking. More specifically, down there, I've been using that area because now it's just kind of a big mess, and we'll see that here in just a second. So, likewise, if I need to test, oh man, where's my coal at? Don't I have some? Oh, there it is. If I need to test any kind of theory or something out, right? I'll go ahead and use this world as well, because I don't want to go start a creative world, set up an entire water wheel setup just to try and figure out, oh, can this machine handle X amount more stress when I don't have access to the item? So a good example of this is whenever I was making the mechanical press, which we have down below, if I want to see, can I use this mechanical press here? Well, no, I can't. Okay, well then I don't have to worry about trying to figure out some contraption where I can pull the rotation off of it, yada, 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 and I can just delete it like that. So it's gone. Now, obviously, people are going to be like, oh, well, he can always just give himself items. Yes, absolutely. Same as what you can do in any of your worlds. The point of a mod pack is not the fact that, look at me, I did this 0 to the end. The point of the mod pack is to have fun, whether it's me, you, or anyone else, right? So I encourage you, enable console commands, because you never want to stop playing a very fun mod pack because a very big bug happens, or because you can't do this, you can't do that, you lost your world, yada yada yada. Just enable console commands and you'll be okay, because you can at least edit it. Sometimes worlds still get fucked. That's why you need backups. Always back up my world. Can you cheat with backups? Absolutely. Do I? Well, yeah, sometimes. If I have a world that I'm like, well, let me see if I can fight the Wither here. Let me see if I can do this there. And it doesn't work out. Absolutely, I'm backing that world up. I just spent several hours trying to make it what it is. I'm not going to lose my progress in several hours of work and several days of time for the sake of a test. That seems absolutely absurd, right? So I play with Creative On. I use it to test to its full advantage, you know, what it's meant to be used for. I recommend that everyone that plays mod packs do the same thing. It's going to make it to where you can actually enjoy things instead of being stressed about, does it work, right? That's my philosophy on it, at least, and that's why I always play with Creative On, and I'm not afraid to use it, and I'm also not afraid to be like, hey, yeah, I play with Creative On, and sometimes I use that shit. It's what makes things fun for me, and so I encourage you, whatever makes things fun for you, even if the modded Minecraft community or the normal Minecraft community or your friends at school, just do what's fun for you, all right? And then the friends that also enjoy what you enjoy will come at some point in life, right? So that's the big thing there. Don't be too afraid to play in creative. Enjoy your mod pack playthrough more than anything, because that is what the pack was made for, right? For enjoyment. So we're gonna be we're gonna be getting back up top here in just a minute, but I want to go into the mechanical press because this is something that we've been working towards for quite some time. Now, the mechanical press takes a block of iron, so obviously it costs quite a bit of money, but now that we have our money machine, I was able to literally just leave the game on and so on and so forth. And for anyone like, well, he could have also just given himself the money. I could have, but it's day 83, so I guess I could have given myself the money, then sat in this world for several days, but then I would have had the money anyways from the machine, right? So it doesn't really make any sense. So, mechanical press basically allows us to stamp out sheets, iron sheets. This is important because we need iron sheets in order to make the propeller, which then goes into, oh, where is it? Oh, there it is. Then goes into the encased fan, which gives us action, or rather the ability to perform the action of washing, smoking, haunting, and blasting. Now, the two most important are going to be washing and haunting. It's not nighttime, is it? No, okay. It's going to be washing and haunting, obviously, because washing gives us a quicker access route to iron somewhere in here. There's 18 pages. Bear with me. There it is. Gravel into iron nuggets. So now we can finally just start producing our own iron instead of having to buy it. Sure, it's only 12% chance, but whenever you have set up like I do up top, where it's like the gravel's being produced infinitely, 12% means nothing more than a matter of time, right? Because eventually it will hit. So as long as you have enough speed and gravel being processed, eventually you're going to get enough iron nuggets to where I will stop having to spend $100 a pop. You also get 25% chance at flint, which of course you can go and sell off. So this little bulk washing recipe right here is really the goal, because it allows us to make money while making iron, which is obviously very, very beneficial. However, we can also get a couple of other resources from this. We can take soul sand and get some nether quartz, as well as some gold, which is really awesome. And we can of course get nether or soul sand from bulk haunting sand. And we can get sand eventually. We're not quite there yet. We can get sand from gravel. Now, these crushing wheels, they are going to be much further in the future, because they actually require us to get some mechanical crafters going, which of course requires us to have brass and some electronic tubes, which requires iron sheets. So you can't even get into the crushing wheels until you get the mechanical press. Oop, hold on. It's nighttime, and it's not just a little bit nighttime. It's like hard nighttime. So we're going to go all the way back up and take a little snooze here. I feel like maybe I should light this area up a little bit more. Also, I've been thinking about getting rid of the white pillars here, the white columns, because I'm doing kind of like a Roman-esque theme on the other world. So I don't want the world themes to be a bit colliding. So y'all let me know what you think about that. Now I do go ahead and have the iron sheets here so we can get into making the fan, because of what I actually wanted to do in today's episode is set up the encased fan set up over here. That's why I already have some water wheels and, you know, everything rocking and rolling over here, so that way we weren't having to do this sort of basic setup. And then I also want to get into Tom's Simple Storage. Now, this is a mod that I added to the pack, so if you go download the pack, you will not have this part of it, but you can install it, and there's an add-on mod for Tom's Simple Storage and Create, which allows the storage terminal and the crafting terminal, hopefully the crafting terminal, to be able to see into the vault. And if we hold down W here, you can see storage terminals can easily access the contents of vaults. Typically, you can't actually see what's in a vault. You can insert and you can extract, but you can't really interact with the vault outside of that. So this, as you can see here, allows you to actually see and access the entire inventory, which is pretty nifty, I thought. So that's going to be a fun little thing to play with once we get into vaults, which I'm pretty sure we now actually have the access to. Yeah, because it just requires iron sheets. But that's pretty expensive, so we're going to wait until we get gravel washing actually up and going for us to make these iron sheets for the item vault. That being said, I do have diamond, ender pearl, redstone, quartz, glass, glowstone, and then some extra redstone because I need to find all of my redstone wherever I've stored it at. I just bought all this stuff. All this stuff is buyable from the shop. A diamond, you can buy the diamond shards for what? That price is not right. 1,000? No. A diamond shard costs more than 1,000. It costs like 2,500. What? So wait, is that yeah, leave. Is that saying that I could have set up an exporter and bought it for cheaper? Or an importer, sorry? That's insane. Well, now I'm a little curious. I kind of want to try that because that's a $1,500 difference, you know? Now, obviously, you'd have to buy one in order to get it going, but that is still a very, very significant difference. We have enough money. Eventually, I'm going to get an importer anyways, so let's try this out, shall we? Need a diamond shard. How much is that going to run me? A lot? A lot, you say? Fuck it. So we're going to have to put some spin on this. We'll probably do this little test down below. Let's go ahead and throw that in there. Yeah, this is going to be so wild if that works. I will need an andesite tunnel. Oh, it's this stuff. Oh, and I already have some. Okay, well, maybe I don't need to make any more then. I will need conveyor as well. Maybe some more shafts. I don't think I have any gears on me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I used all the gears up. And then I have money on me, but let's go grab the rest of the money out of here real quick. Okay, let's see. Another 3,000 bucks. Don't mind if I do. Actually, you know what? We'll keep this 3,000 out because we're just about to use it anyways, right? Cannonball! I should really set up something that makes sure I don't hit the side because every time I feel like I'm about to. All right, let's take this off of here because that uses a whole lot of stress. And let's do a little test right here. Now, here's the thing. If I can do a test and I don't have to go into creative, I'm not going to. But if I do need to, why not, you know? Why not use everything at your disposal? That just doesn't make any sense to me. So let's do that. Let's, actually, you know, let's make 2 more. And then, oh, wrong thing. I need wood back up here. And then we'll add those just in case. This, conveyor. Okay, so, where do you... I guess it doesn't matter which side you import onto, right? So then let's do... Let's see, that would power that. And I could do 1 with that. And like that, right? Oh, no, wait, but these have to be 1 down. Why do I always forget that shit? All right, that's easily solvable, though, because then we just come up here. Oh, come on. Create. Work with me. I will say, for some reason, this mod... What? This mod pack always places my create wheels and cog wheels in the strangest, just the strangest manner. Okay, so then that. Okay, so now we need the bottom one to spin, and we'll need this top one to spin, obviously. What's this got? 0.32% progress per tick. Yeah, it's not going really fast, huh? And actually, I'm going to need more of these belts. I think 2 more belts, actually. Let's see here. That. And apparently I just created everything into a belt. That was not supposed to happen. Why is my FOV so far zoomed in? Is that just me? Or does it feel like extremely zoomed in to you guys and gals? Whatever. There you go. Some more kelp, just in case. For later on, of course. We are going to need more shafts, I think. And then we basically... Is this the best way to do this? I don't know. We're just trying to do a, you know, relatively simple test to see if it is actually cheaper to do what I'm thinking it might be. So we'll put that there, that on there, that on there. Okay. So now everything's rotating. Everything should be good and basically prepped for a test here. Yeah, and then just 1 chest will work. So I come down here, put that there, take this. Oh, I was sitting here wondering why I was getting some lag, and you know what? It's probably going to persist a little bit. And then we'll put that on there. And that on there. Okay. So, we have it set up in here to... Oh, no, I don't. Now, we have it set up in here to buy diamond shards when it hits 1,000 bucks, right? Because that's what it says, is the importer price is 1,000 bucks, but in the shop it was 2,500, as y'all saw. So let's try... Fuck. Let's try this out. Okay, wait, I'm gonna get back here and toss. hello? It's not even going in. What? Oh, what? Rejection output. Input. Oh, okay. Shopping cart is a go-go. All right, well, then that would make this the output. This is cool. I didn't realize I had configurations like that. Well, I'll be a son of a gun. I could have saved some money. All right, well, there you go. So diamonds actually only cost $2,000 instead of costing $5,000, which is what I paid for my diamond. Cannot believe that. I mean, I can. Oh, 1,000% can, but whatever. That works out as well. Actually, let me take one more 1,000 out because I think that's going to put us at an odd number there. Three. Yeah, so we need this last one to put 4. Well, that is very useful, very helpful. Glad we figured that out, and I wasn't trying to tell you guys to go spend 5,000 buckaroos on a little diamond. Right on. All right, well, that makes things a lot easier for me, and as far as future goes, how much money I need. Well, quicker, I should say. Not easier, because I don't do anything for my money. I just sit here. I'm like one of those people that tries to sell you a course on YouTube. You know, because I'm making all of my money passively. So I probably have some house in the Bahamas where my feet kick up and I laugh extravagantly. That's basically the life of oh god, I almost jumped off the edge. I could feel the arc to where if I'd have held the space bar a little bit longer, we were going right off that sucker. Okay, well, that is an incredible discovery. Happy to see that. Yay. Now let's get on with what I was actually planning on doing today, which of course is going to be... Hold on. I like to keep all my Create stuff in my backpack because I never know when I'm going to be trying to set up a machine and won't have the pieces or parts or whatever. So I just like to carry it on me at all times. All right, and if you ever see me type in zeros when I go to sleep, it's because I'm muting my mic so I can give a little, drink, or I got a cough or a sneeze or whatever. But it's like, well, nighttime, we're sleeping anyways, so take a little break. All right, so what I wanted to do with Tom's storage mod, where those things go, there we go. I don't think we need those 2 extra redstone dust. I'm pretty sure those 2 at the bottom were literally just extra. But what I want to do with Tom's simple storage mod is basically just get the very rudimentary setup going. So we'll need an inventory connector. If you hold shift, it says connects all of the touching inventories into one. Use the storage terminal to access all of your items. Trims can connect the gaps. So we'll need an inventory connector, which is right here already saved. We'll also need a storage terminal if we just want to look inside all of our storage at the same time, which is fine by me for right now. I don't mind looking inside, taking the items out, going and crafting with it. I just want some organized storage where I don't actually have to organize every single piece, right? That can get very annoying very quickly, especially if you have 2 worlds going on and you're like, I don't remember what I have in this world, I don't remember what I have in that world, and they kind of get combined in my mind, right? So let's give this a whirl. We're going to make the inventory connector first, but we will need some chest and a redstone comparator, which requires a couple extra things here. Now, I should have some stone. There it is. And if we see his chest, and I think we're going to need more chests later on as well. So let's just go ahead and make a slew of those. And then we just need the redstone comparator, which needs 3 redstone torches. So, and nether quartz you can buy. I think it costs 50. The thing that threw me off with the diamonds is everything else importer-wise. Whoa. Now the importer price is 22,000. What the heck happened? Is there some kind of like supply and demand going on here that's just not being expressed to me? Oh, no, that's for a whole diamond. Why? Why is a whole diamond 22,000? So wait, is a diamond shard still only 1,000? Why? Oh, goodness me. Maybe that was just something that slipped through the cracks. Is it not nighttime? Is it just raining? Could have fooled me. Well, it did fool me. All right, so here we go. Inventory connector done and done. And then we're going to need a storage terminal, which is going to require 2 more of these redstone. So 6 more. You know what? I did need that redstone. And not only did I need that redstone, I needed that redstone plus 1. Oh, and I'll need some more nether quartz. There we go. So I should need 6 more redstone torches, right? If I want to make the storage terminal. Yeah, because I need 2 comparators. There's that. And where's there? Boom. Now, can we make the crafting terminal? 4 diamonds. So yeah, probably. Well, I mean, that's what? 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, 8,000. We're sitting at 4,000 right now. But I do also have 2 diamonds already, so we only need 4,000 to make this work. We literally have just enough money, right? Well, I mean, okay, exaggerating by a little bit, but we have enough to make it. So let's see if we can do this. Geronimo, don't die. Boop. I have that little platform there because it's supposed to be the exact distance I need in order to fall in gracefully, but you know, people get calculations wrong sometimes, so. All right, well, this was supposed to be our pressing area, but I guess now it's our diamond buying area. So I need that. And then I'll need 1, 2, 3 more, right? Can I just throw the whole damn thing out and then it just, what happened to my money? Hello? Did it really just take $3,000? No! Oh, wait, it's still doing it. So wait, oh, balance. Okay. Max storage $1 million. Good God. So I guess be careful when you throw money in here, because once it's in there until you use it, right? All right. So wait, this says I still have another $2,000 and I already have my 3 diamond shards here. How many diamonds did I have some leftover diamonds in there? I had to have, right? I had to have missed one from earlier or something. That just doesn't make any sense. Okay, so how much money's left? Still 1,000. But I already have my diamond, so I guess we'll just leave that diamond back. Back up we go. Super happy I thought about this elevator too, because man, this would have been a pain. I can't tell you how many times I did just actually climb up and down this ladder when in reality I probably didn't have to. All right, so we have our 4 diamonds. What else does it require to make the crafting? Oh, crafting grids, of course. Chance, duh. 1, 2, 3, 4. And beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so now time to see some real power in action here. Let's just throw this right here. And I think I can throw this on here. Yes, it works. Now what we're seeing is all of the items from all of these chests. You can confirm that this is true if I take... Let's take the iron sheet, because I shouldn't have that... Like, that shouldn't exist in any of these other chests, right? So now if I open this up, we still have the iron sheet. Now obviously the UI is kind of clashing with this over here. I could change the EMI settings, and I can do that on my own. And the config, you can change, you know... You should be able to change. Left sidebar. Size. Let's see. Columns. Rows. Let's do columns. Let's take that down to 10. There you go. Okay. I like to sort by item amount. Descending. We can do JIM EMI synced standard search. So this way if I go iron, it should also search it over here. Awesome. And then we can literally just keep adding more chests to this. Whoops. I mean, that would work as well, but I like to have double chests like this. And a vault, I'm pretty sure a vault stores about the same amount as like the size amount of chest. Tell me if I'm wrong for Create, right? Because I've never actually looked up how many items that a vault can store and hold. But yeah, so somebody also was telling me like the magic beans probably are used to change the biome in a chunk to another biome, which makes sense because everything's ocean. So how are we supposed to get, you know, nether stuff or yada yada yada, whatever. Furthermore, these magic beans, they sell for $5. $5, that's insane. Because you can actually get these by bone milling the ground and breaking all the grass. So at some point in the future, you can bet your sweet ass we're going to have a little flour bone mill farm set up just to get magic beans, because I think that could be a pretty good money resource gen as well. And of course, flower farms exist even in vanilla Minecraft by using pistons that shift the dirt, right, or the grass rather, and has I think it's a dispenser with bone meal underneath it. I made it in one of our old vanilla worlds, so I know it's possible, and I know it can't be that difficult, right? So yeah, I think that was actually very simple to set this mod up. And I literally waited until this episode, even though I'm pretty sure I had the, well, maybe I didn't, because I'm all the way down to 1,000 now, right? So maybe I just got enough money. Huh. Oh, well, of course, I've also been spending it. Okay, never mind. Yeah. Anyways, the point is, I didn't want to make this was something that I didn't want to make the item until the episode, which I do on some things. There's a lot of things where I'm like, oh, I don't really care. I'll just explain it after the fact, like this. Like, look, you can make money, and here's the big system, which is good, because if y'all saw me trying to make this on camera, we would have been here for fucking... Sorry, language, I know. But we would have been here for 3 days, just 3 hours. Because my brain, it works slow, right? And I like to allow it time to work at whatever speed it wants to. So whenever I'm recording, I'm like, well, try to at least keep it at a semi adherable rate, you know, where like people aren't going to be falling asleep, but they're also not going to think that you're wired up on some amphetamines. All right, so auto storage thing, whatever, storage management, setup complete, check, done. Now let's go ahead and actually, I mean, what I should do is just move everything over to these chests now, so that way we have it, especially since I was able to make the crafting terminal. That is absolutely phenomenal. Let's take our andesite. Let's just take all this stuff out, actually. We're going to throw it into the craft. Oh, whoops, sorry. I'm going to throw it into the system here. And I'll get back out whatever I need, but this way, if I need it for crafting, we can have it. So let's do encased fan, not enough ingredients to craft, and it doesn't tell me what I'm missing. Oh, but I know it's the propeller. Propeller. There we go. So yeah, I guess that is one problem you could have, is the storage system doesn't tell you what you're missing. But I didn't want to add in refined and then try to make this mod pack work like seamlessly with how to get into refined or AE2, which seems like honestly an even bigger headache. So Tom Simple Storage is a nice little vanilla style mod that really does wonders, right? It's not too overpowered like, what is it, RF storage, where it's like it can access all of your chests within a 32 block radius or some shit like that, and it's so cheap to make. Like, it's not that overpowered, right? And Pretty Pipes is a little too complicated because you're trying to ship stuff around and you know. I feel like Tom Simple Storage is honestly one of the unsung heroes of simple storage mods, which is really nice. I appreciate it, and it's been around for quite some time now. So we got the encased fan. Next up, we'll need, I want some slabs. Did I happen to throw my bucket in here? I did. I threw all 4 of them. Then do I have any gravel? I do. Fantastic. And let's grab some create. Whoa. At create. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there, but it like backed me out of this. Let's grab everything that might be useful with construction type stuff, which I think that's about it. I shouldn't need the gearbox. Well, no, that's not true, actually. I forget with the fans, the gearbox is one of those things that's like, well, could really help, because sometimes the fans suck when you need them to blow. And that's just a general life issue. Sometimes you need things to suck when they're trying to blow. Not that I would know anything about that. Well, getting hot in here to anybody? Let's see. Wood, where are you? I need you to get me out of this awkward position that I'm in. All right, now we probably won't dive into actually setting up the entire system with the washing machine, because it's weird. You almost can't say washing machine without thinking about like dirty clothes and stuff, as I'm now realizing. We're not going to set up the entire, like, this is the end product kind of thing. Is it blowing or is it sucking? It's blowing. It's definitely blowing. And you can use these fans to help with mop farms as well. All kinds of cool and kooky stuff. But for the time being, we're just going to use it for washing. And I really just want to show y'all the process for this, or show you basically the simplest of setups. Now, do I have infinite water up here? Please tell me. Yes, okay. Sorry, water is one of those things. It's kind of like crafting tables. Anywhere I go, I try to make an infinite water source because it's just easier than not having it. But at the same time, you oftentimes forget where you placed it. So, there we go. This is how washing works. Spin goes in, fan spins, blows through whatever object you see in front of it, right? So if it's water, it's water. If it's fire, it's fire. If it's sulfur, it's sulfur. And if it's lava, it's lava. It's very self-explanatory. And if that wasn't self-explanatory enough, you can hover over the fan, hold down W, and see everything within Create here. Honestly, the Ponder system, beautiful. I don't know if anyone would have ever got to the bottom of Create without the Ponder system. Obviously, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but you get the point. Then from here, all we got to do is throw the gravel in and not pick it back up. Did I just delete that shit? I did. And so, yeah, this is another example. Like, I'm not going to delete my gravel just because I've tried to drop it over here. Fuck that. I'm just going to give myself the same gravel pack back. And sometimes having commands like that, especially in EMI, where you can just delete shit over here by clicking it, it can be a bit dangerous. So make sure if you're using EMI and you have console commands on, you are cautious. Now, as you can see, it's going to go ahead and wash basically down an entire stack at once. We have no flint. We have no iron in our inventory. So this was basically 2 stacks worth. We're going to see how much we get out as far as everything goes. 17 iron nuggets from 2 stacks gives us basically 2 ingots. And we got 29 flint, which sells for a whopping $108. That's not too shabby. And the iron nuggets, no sell price. What about iron ingots? Do iron ingots have a sell price? $5.25. You're crazy. That's not happening. Now, of course, we can come back over here and grab some more gravel if I want to. Or what I'll eventually end up doing is more than likely just set up another cobblestone. Oh, fuck, I forget. Once you're in the fan, it like has weird jumping properties to where it doesn't allow you to jump as high. And then my dumbass can't jump normally, so it's really difficult. So yeah, maybe we'll set up a whole nother cobblestone generator that just goes into gravel and all that kind of stuff, because that one's kind of occupado right now. Or maybe I just set up a system to where that hopper pumps out gravel into a storage drawer, and then I can have the storage drawer pump into the second half of that as far as selling. There's a lot of different ideas that I have going as far as how we can do things in this world. But of course, because it's vanilla and Create, there's almost infinite answers to every problem. That's kind of the nice thing about this mod pack, is seemingly the less freedom you have with mods, the more freedom you have with design and like approaches. I hope that makes sense. So in vanilla Minecraft, you have to do some really complicated shit to get an iron farm going. You have to get a villager and, you know, a zombie. And, okay, sure, maybe the zombie's not required. But the point is, you know, you have to put them in the right places. They have to see each other and then not see each other. And the villagers have to be able to sleep and walk around slightly, or at least think that they can walk around. And you got to have a little killing platform for iron golems. But in modern Minecraft, I mean, you can literally just put a villager in a box and make iron. You can, in some cases, just put it in a sifter and have it sift iron nuggets out, right? So there's something that is kind of freeing about being back in this very vanilla-esque world where it's like, well, all the answers don't just come from one machine being powered with RF. I have to like think, how do I want to get this item from point A to point B? And sometimes, how do I even get to point A, you know? So that's really been the fun thing with this mod pack, and I've been really enjoying it. But for those of you that are like, hey, where is Create Superflat Survival? It's going to take me a bit more time on these episodes because I can't just place down one machine and be like, I'm done. You know, the amount of setup for this here is way more setup than I would do for even most like thermal setups or, I mean, the size of the setup might be something similar to Industrial Foregoing. Once you're like done with it, you have all the dissolution and you're making your, you know, latex and all that shit. It would probably equal up about the same amount of size. But here I'm doing one, technically you could call it 2 processes. I'm breaking cobblestone. Well, maybe technically 3 processes. Breaking cobblestone, turning it into flint, and I'm selling it. Which is not very, like, it's not a very big thing. Especially since to sell it, you just need spin power in the back. So this is taking a lot of room, and sure, I'm not the best builder or the best with Create as far as how to make all of the machines function, you know, utmost optimally. And you'll also have to remember that some machines we just don't have access to yet because we don't have access to brass, which we're getting there. I'm pretty sure we're getting there, right? Somewhere over the rainbow. We have to take zinc and copper. Copper is going to be a bit of a bitch because, well, now we can buy it. Or alternatively, you can take zombies, drown them, and then kill the drowned. That seems a bit more complicated. I'm not even going to lie. But I think there's something with spawners in this pack. Can we make a spawner? Is that... interacts with spawn egg? See, I don't know. I just don't know. Now, we do have a couple other things over here. This... why did this not... I had the propeller in my inventory, right? No, I'm gonna have to make another propeller. It's fine. We would probably end up making one anyways because outside of just washing, like I said, we're gonna want to do haunting, and I mean honestly, the other ones are pretty good as well because the thing with the bulk smoking and the bulk blasting is the fact that it doesn't require you to spend coal, right, or charcoal, so you can make all this stuff for free. You don't have to spend fuel anymore, essentially, which is really nice. Can it can make charcoal, can't it? Surely you can make charcoal from this. Hello? Oh, there it is. It was on the first page. So yeah, obviously all of these are going to be useful, so we'll probably end up making 4 fans in total, maybe more if that's what our setups really require, but yeah, I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get into it. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching. We're going to take out these mobs one more time because they are like overflowing. They're just falling and dying because of how many mobs are backed up. And honestly, that's another thing that I want to try and build. And I don't know if I'll place this one as a higher priority or lower priority because in creating what I'm thinking, it's actually going to create more problems, especially if I don't have like void upgrades and things of that nature quite yet, which with how many diamonds I can afford now, knowing that they cost less than half of what I thought they costed, maybe it's a bit more plausible. But essentially I want to get some deployers to poke those mobs. It says it can deal damage to mobs, so I'm thinking if we feed a deployer with some swords, then it can automate our mob farm. But of course, we're going to need like hoppers and all that kind of stuff, and maybe even some conveyor belts down below it to carry off the items and separate them out or to add them back into the storage system. So a lot of mechanics, a lot of future play still within this this mod pack here. So for anyone being like, hey, where's you know, Create Superflat? It's probably going to be sticking around for quite some time, but it's also going to be taking some time to get through it. I like this mod pack. It's very simplistic, and that's what adds to the complexity of it, if that makes sense. But yeah, sometimes just figuring out how I want to do something, or I mean, literally to get prepared for this episode, I kind of just stood around for a while because I needed the money for the diamonds for Tom Simple. And honestly, I thought I was going to have to stand around for a whole lot longer. I wasn't even sure, you know, about the other 1,000. So for me, it cost a lot. because I obviously wanted the crafting upgrade, but the crafting upgrade in my eyes was going to cost 5,000 for each diamond, so 20,000, you know, buckaroos, which when you have infinite money and money constantly being made, again, it's only a matter of time, but it is a matter of time, right? And as many of you know, time is not always my friend. So, thanks again, everybody, for watching. I hope we got through everything that I wanted to get through in this episode. We did the pressing machine, we did the washing machines, we did the, I mean, it sounds like we just did a whole bunch of laundry, right? Taking out the trash, chores, stuff. I don't, it's so funny in the way that my brain fires synapses sometimes. Anyways, thanks again, everybody, for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. If so, please be sure to leave a like down below. Comment in the comment section. Comment in the comment section if you have any questions, tips, tidbits, tadbits, or extra bits of advice that may be useful or helpful to me or anyone else out there. Of course, ask questions if you have any down below in the comments as well, and I will try my hardest to get back to well, pretty much everyone. Sometimes comments slip through the crack, but it's a rare sight for me. I really do try to respond to each and everybody because I know what it's like to be like, hey, can you help me with this? And then just never get a response back. And you're like, cool, I guess I'm done with that mod pack because I don't know how shit works. And that's nothing on you, you know, it's nothing on me either. It's just sometimes that's the way the crookie crumbles. That was not a good spoonerism. Sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here, go have some breakfast because I like to get up and just go ahead and get right into my work, and that's what I usually try and do. As for all of you, as per the usual, I do hope you all stay safe, stay awesome, and stay crafting. Oh, yeah, subscribe and share and all that kind of nice stuff. Yeah, stay safe, stay awesome, stay crafting. Until next time, you beautiful, beautiful people. Peace out.